Okay, it all started in once we realised this certificate of lawful use had been passed, because we was on holiday when it all happened. And
Well, they promised, didn't they, in 1988, that they would never make mention to these 4 square houses again. It was agreed between the council and the landowner's architect that...
Was that in letter or verbal?
Yeah,
it was
a letter.
it was agreed in writing.
But Tim Cookson said it was only a letter, so it
wasn't
can't
valid.
be used. It's only a letter, a piece of paper called a letter.
It's a piece of paper. That's why you want to punch him.
Who signed it?
Fry, the head of planning, Fry. He was.
And Park Lane. It was a letter from Park Lane.
The letter was from Park Lane.
It wasn't Park Lane. It was the then developer, wasn't it? No, it was the 1988 was Park Lane, wasn't it? I don't know.
No,
the then developer,
according
anyway.
to the land registry, they didn't.
But this, what happened? They sent this bit of paper to their barrister. This was Park Lane.
Okay.
Right, and if you look at the colours on there, this is green. Yep.
Mm.
He actually said to the barrister, and you can read all this because it makes quite interesting reading, but you couldn't make this up. He says the bit of land we're looking at is to the north of the green area. Well, on
that's not on the plan, though, is
no, the green area on the other bit of paper was here. Right. But this is a bit of paper that they had. So the area we're looking at is to the north of the green land. So what they've done is they looked at this retaining wall here, which is that tall wall above
the car
you
park.
see, you know where my van's parked
Yeah.
out there? That sloping wall above my van.
Right.
They actually looked at this wall here and said that's the wall that we're looking at, which was built as part of the build. And they said that wall was built as part of the build in 1978. You can have that retrospective planning permission for that.
It's not even on the site.
And the council accepted it. It's a different wall. And it says on the eastern boundary, whereas it should be on the western boundary. That's the wall they're referring to, but that it should be. But they're actually looking at this wall here, so they've completely given the barrister the wrong document. So Michael Druce, Park Lane's barrister, has actually been duped into telling them that this wall was built for the purpose of the build.
And it isn't.
And it's the wrong wall.
Well, no, so it was built in 1977 for this phase, which are the flats.
What do you think will happen now? Do you think they've recognised it's the wrong wall?
They've recognised it's the wrong wall, and they've accepted that
the wall can't be used. But we're still having arguments
But they
after
still
the
won't
car
revoke
park.
the certificate.
Oh.
So they said the wall can't be used, but these car parking spaces, that there's 3 allocated there, and some over here and some down here, were allocated to the build. So if we can't use the wall, but we can use the car
they're
park.
marked in red, that proves that those car parking spaces were for this development. Well, one and a half don't exist because the wall, that was the original wall. Well, the wall now is a piece of cheese, we call it. It goes across there.
Because it's called a piece of cheese because it leaks lots
It looks
of water.
like a piece.
Is that right?
Well, no, we call it looks like a piece of cheese.
The shape of it, it's
but the original wall was like a dog leg, but now it cuts across. And so, for their evidence that they had 3 car parking spaces, they took a photograph of the spare car parking space, and then the next 2 is number 22's car parking space and ours. And our cars were parked in there, and the council accepted it.
Oh. What was all that stuff about?